Alright class, good morning, and here are our objectives for the day. You guys will be able to, at the end of this lesson, locate the following countries on a map or globe. They are the United States, Soviet Union, Cuba, Vietnam, Korea, China, and Germany. The second objective is to understand why such countries, as I just listed, were important to the Cold War. The third objective is to understand why some geographic regions and places were critical to the war, such as Saigon, Miami, Seattle, Moscow, Berlin, and the Tri-Cities. But first off, I'd like to ask you guys some essential questions.
Alright.
So, Wes, why do you think cities that are near water are more important than cities that are inland?
Well, they're a port city, so they're big with trade, and makes them a more powerful city. They're, I guess if they're on the coast, they'd be closer to Cuba, and more, more inclined to be prone for missile attacks and all that.
Oh, wow. So you're drawing back from our lesson the other day for when we learned about the Cuban Missile Crisis.
So right.
Awesome. Okay. So also, maybe something you didn't think of. So if cities are port cities and they have a lot of commerce, would that mean that they would also have, they would more likely to be more populous? Would they have more people in them?
Yeah, definitely more people and just more influential to the economy in general.
For sure, and it'd be easier for people to immigrate from across the world. Yeah, because they would come into that port city and maybe not travel inland.
Right, that's probably
awesome. All right, Erica, just thinking from memory, which one of these countries that we just listed is sandwiched between France and Russia?
Germany.
Germany, good. Yes, it's one of the, probably the center point of Cold War conflict was in Germany. If you didn't know that. Okay, so drawing back from our lesson that we had on the idea of containment, why would a country that was, let's say China is a communist country, which it is, why would it be more likely for a country, say Vietnam, to be influenced by communism? Because of geography, proximity, right? They're close. Yeah, containment. Yeah. They're really close to one another. So if a country in China, if China is communist, then what countries are more likely to be communist too? Just simple fact of proximity. Yeah, like Korea, the Korean War in Korea would be more likely to be communist.
Vietnam.
In Vietnam, exactly. Even Cambodia, just because Cambodia is close to Vietnam, and you see how this idea just perpetuates with dominoes, like if you're playing a game of dominoes. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So now I would like to have you guys locate these countries on the map. So let me pull this down here. Alright. So Erica, which one of these lovely countries is the United States?
This puppy.
Yep.
Right on.
Wes, which one of these countries is China? Yeah. Wait, were you pointing to this one or this one?
This one.
Okay. Okay, Erica, what country is Russia?
It's in this general direction.
So it could possibly be this one or this one?
I think it's like more north.
You're not sure? Okay. Just a hint, this would actually help you guys when you're thinking of geography. Russia is by far the biggest country in the world. It's about double the size of the United States, so maybe with that information in mind.
Okay, I think it's this one.
Yeah, it's also one of the most northernest countries in the world. So, Wes, I'll give you a hint. Cuba is an island. Where do you think that island is located?
In the Western Hemisphere.
Oh, yeah, Western Hemisphere.
Right here.
Exactly.
Yes!
Exactly. Alright, what other countries are you guys supposed to know? Germany, okay. Erica?
A bit tougher.
Where is Germany? I'll give you a hint. It's next to France, also next to Czechoslovakia, if that helps you.
Okay.
Also next to Poland.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
in Europe.
think it's that one.
Okay, good. Good, very good. Alright guys, Korea, I'll give you a hint. It's in Asia. We learned about continents a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Korea, where is that?
You asking me?
I'll give you another hint. There's two parts
There's
of
two of
Korea.
them.
Yeah, there's two of them.
That
Okay.
helps.
Travel.
Either one of them works. I'm
I think,
only-
well, looks like that one over there is two parts.
Over there.
Over there in Asia.
Right there.
That
yeah, yep, you got it, Wes. It's connected to China at its northernest tip. Vietnam.
Well, it has to be in the same general area.
Yes, it does have to be in the same area because it's in the Asian continent.
Okay.
If I remember, I think we learned it, a couple weeks ago. It's a port city too, or like it's a port country.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's a port country. It
Yeah.
has cities that are port cities.
So,
Probably in here, but it's on
Yeah.
the board, so it's either this one or this one.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna say it's this
I'm
one.
gonna say it's that
Yeah,
one too.
you guys are right.
Cool.
You guys are right. Okay, now that you know where all these cities are, let's look, or where all these countries are. Now let's look at where some cities might be. It's not gonna come up.
Just look behind it.
Yeah, just what are we looking at here? Saigon, Miami.
Alright, so do you guys know where Saigon is? Or what country is home to Saigon?
I think it's an Asian country.
Yep.
Sounds Asian.
Sounds Asian. So, of what we covered, it's either in Korea or Vietnam.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say it's in Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah. I'm
Yep.
gonna say
It's in
that.
Vietnam, guys. Good thinking. You're drawing back to your Vietnam War lesson that we had a couple days ago. Okay. Now what about Miami? I'll give you a hint.
That one's
I'll give you a hint. It's 90 miles from Cuba at its closest point.
Dude, I spend my spring breaks there.
And yes, it's in the United States state of Florida. All right, Wes, how about the city of Moscow?
Moscow.
Sounds European.
Sounds Slavic.
Ooh, there's a hint for Eastern European.
Well, I'm gonna say it's Russia then.
Russia, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Russia, as we
It's a
just
big place.
yeah, Russia is the biggest country in the world. So where in Russia is it? I'll give you a hint.
Wow.
Very, very close to Europe.
Intuition, it's
The rest
not
of
in
Europe,
the
I
middle.
should say.
It's gonna be right about there.
Perfect. Couldn't have been more accurate on that one. All right, Erica. I'll give you an easy one. Seattle. Yeah,
Northwest.
Washington State,
Right.
for sure. Okay, I'll give you another one. Same state as Seattle, the Tri-Cities.
Oh, on the east side. It's just
Yep.
Okay.
here-ish.
Yep. Perfect.
Can I ask why do we pick these cities? Why are they important?
Awesome, Wes. I thought you might ask that. That actually refers to our second objective, which we're supposed to learn today.
Okay.
And these cities each have their own personal ways of being important to the Cold War. So for example, Seattle was important to the Cold War because what do you think of when you think of Seattle? You think
Puget
of
Sound, it's a port.
trees, right?
Okay.
Trees, yeah, okay. So they use the trees to manufacture planes, right?
So trees are made of planes, or planes are made of
Well, no, Erica. Actually, have you ever heard of the spruce goose?
spruce goose.
Do tell.
Is that a goose made of tree?
No, it was actually a plane manufactured by Boeing for the Second World
Oh,
War.
Boeing! My dad
Yeah.
works for that.
My
Yeah,
dad also
no,
works
you-
for Boeing.
Yeah, you can. Oh, okay. So you guys have a little hometown tie to this.
Yeah.
Yes, Seattle's an important city because it's a metropolitan hub of the Pacific Northwest,
Damn.
which is home to a lot of resources such as gold, silver, all those other metals that we use to manufacture what? Weapons, right?
Place
For the
to
Cold
be.
War, yeah. And trees are help manufacture guns too. So, and then also we have a lot of river, like the Columbian River is good for dams, electricity, We use electricity in
What's that
manufacturing
one?
bombs.
There's a
Yeah.
dam. We have it's a really famous dam.
Oh,
We
yeah.
learned about that when we were learning about.
Oh, what is it, Erica?
Oh gosh, you know what? I know it's on the east side. I know it's not far. It's not too far.
Is it the Hoover?
I think it's Hoover. It's
Okay.
named after like that president guy.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
All right, so Miami, why would that be important?
Oh,
Think
look
of-
how
think
close
of
to
Cuba.
Uh-oh. That's alright. It's important because it's close to Cuba.
Yeah, so it could have very
That's
well
all
have been.
coastline.
It could have very well been wiped off the map if the communists in Cuba decided to bomb
That's true.
Miami. Yes.
It's a good thing they didn't.
Yeah, exactly, Erica. All right, so why would Saigon be important?
Oh, it's right there by China.
Because it had, yeah, for sure. It was influenced by the ideas of communism because its neighbor was China, and China's neighbor is the Soviet Union. So you see how that kind of trickles down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, and Saigon is the most populous city in Vietnam, so it has the most infrastructure that could have been influenced by communism. Also, let's think of some other cities. How about Berlin? Germany, right? So it was what? Remember I was telling you about the center point of Cold War conflict? Yeah.
Well, it's Cold War, not World War II, so it doesn't have anything to do with Jews. They're all gone now.
Yeah. They had a few
It's
Jews
still
left.
very.
Oh.
It was still a very powerful military.
Oh yeah,
city, wasn't
yeah,
it?
Berlin. See, it was actually divided into two cities. There was West Berlin and East Berlin.
Oh, that's right. There's a wall.
Yeah.
Kind of like the
Okay.
Great Wall of China, but it went through,
Yeah.
Berlin.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any cities that I might have missed that you guys don't know why they might have been important to the war effort?
Why the Tri-Cities?
Oh, the
Yeah,
Tri-Cities.
mentioned
That's
Tri-Cities.
good. Okay. So if you guys didn't know, there's actually a nuclear plant in the Tri-Cities called
Oh,
Hanford.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they refined uranium there to make bombs.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
to make
Does
nuclear
that have
bombs.
any connection to being on near the Columbia River? Because you mentioned that
Exactly, yeah. The resources in the Columbia River
Is it near
made
the
electricity
dam?
very cheap. Electricity was very
Yeah,
cheap.
it was really
And
close.
what's the resource you need most in manufacturing weaponry? Electricity. Yeah.
Okay.
And also the Tri-Cities, if you haven't been there, is very secluded, so they could hide a lot of bombs, you could have a secluded plant there that would be hard for the Soviets to spy on.
kind of Area 51 type.
Yeah. All right, so now you guys, referring back to the objectives, you guys can now find all these countries on the map.
And the cities.
Yes, you can find the cities that are also corresponding to the countries that you can find. And you know why these cities are important, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. All right, I think we're done with this lesson then. Good job today, class.
Every time I feel like I've learned so much.
Absolutely. High five.